Namaste and welcome to the Center for the Healing Arts YouTube channel. Today I'm pleased to share a practice of sacred movement. Movement can help enhance and deepen our prayer lives by harmonizing our bodies with our breath and our spirit. I chose the prayer for protection for today's movement sequence because considering all of the difficulties that we're all going through, then I thought that this particular prayer would be appropriate for our time together. For those of us who are observing Lent, it may be especially significant. The prayer was written in the 1940s by James Dillett Freeman, and it goes like this. The light of Christ surrounds us. The love of Christ enfolds us. The power of Christ protects us. The presence of Christ watches over us. The light of Christ surrounds us. The love of Christ enfolds us. The power of Christ protects us. The presence of Christ watches over us. The movements to the prayer are quite simple. I'll be doing them standing, but they can also be done seated. So, let's begin. So before beginning our movement sequence, let's just take a moment to center ourselves in our bodies with our breath, focusing on our breath and preparing ourselves for prayer. Perhaps closing our eyes or casting our eyes downward. Focusing on our breath, allowing our stomachs to expand with the inhale, and then coming back in with the exhale. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. Bringing our awareness to our breath, to our bodies, and recalling the words of this beautiful prayer. The light of Christ surrounds us. The love of Christ enfolds us. The power of Christ protects us. The presence of Christ watches over us. So, beginning with the movement, the first movement, the light of Christ surrounds us. The light of Christ surrounds us. The love of Christ enfolds us, giving ourselves a big hug. The power of Christ protects us. The presence of Christ watches over us. And this last gesture, the presence of Christ, recalling that Christ is always around us, within us and without us. And so we can use this movement to remember that Christ is ever with us. So again, from the beginning, the light of Christ surrounds us. The love of Christ enfolds us. The power of Christ protects us. The presence of Christ watches over us. The light of Christ surrounds us. The love of Christ enfolds us. The power of Christ protects us. The presence of Christ watches over us. The light of Christ surrounds us. The love of Christ enfolds us. The power of Christ protects us. The presence of Christ watches over us. And now I invite you to join me in working with this sacred movement to our own rhythm, our own time. I'll review the movement again 3 times without speaking, so that perhaps we can go deeper into our own prayer journey with this prayer. Useful is praying this prayer in our hearts before we begin our day, as we go out into the world, supermarket, or driving down the road, or taking a walk, holding those sacred words in our heart as throughout our day, as we're just walking and journeying through our day. And then perhaps taking it one step further. And as we see someone, pray to ourselves, the light of Christ be with you, the light of Christ surround you, the love of Christ enfold you, the power of Christ protect you, the presence of Christ watches over you. Thank you for joining me today. May your day be blessed. Namaste.